Buenos días, Nathan. Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be playing with a few new products. I didn't want to do too many, so we are going to mainly focus on the Abh Norvina collection. I was not going to get this, and then when it came to the sale, I was like, on it. And you guys will see my first impressions of this, my review, all that good stuff. But yeah, very, very excited about this. And then also the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick collection. So I have a few shades I will swatch without lip liners and talk about these and what I think of, you know, if they're worth your money, because they are $25 a piece. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this video. Please don't forget to subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you like these types of reviews. I think I've told you enough things to do. So let's go ahead and play with some makeup. Okay. I know it's a very attractive look. So we are going to look, I just wanted to like make sure you guys saw the beautiful things coming before I mess this up. So this is what she looks like. She's so big, the whole face is covered. I am most intrigued for sure by like these colors right here, the E4, E2 type colors. So we are going to do a few swatches just to see like where I want to go, you know, because I have no idea. E2 looks really pretty, and E4. I feel like I'm playing Battleship with you guys with like this like E1, E2, like that type thing. Like we could play Battleship together with makeup. Like I feel like that would be very fun. And now I don't even remember which order I swatched these in. Okay, so E4, yeah. So it looks like you're gonna have to like, E2 was like super pigmented, and then E4 I'm kind of layering on top. So I'm really digging this one. It's not coming up on screen as vibrant as it is in the back of my hand, but that is the shade I am most excited to use. So yeah, we are going to, I think we're gonna deepen up the outer crease first, just to give it a good start. I decided this is just more comfortable for me, like rather than having my hair done before the tutorial. So let's actually swatch E5 and C5. I can't tell with the browns, like if they're like reddish browns or like a true brown. So let's actually, okay, they're very, very similar. They're like maroonish type browns. So even in the pan, they look brown, but they're not quite so brown. They're more maroony type brown. So we're going to go in with E5. All right, so we are going to, fingers crossed, we're going to be okay. But I did put powder under my eyes in case there was some fallout. So we're going to start with this deep color. I'm excited that she released this. I do think like all the, like they've just been on a roll though releasing products, and I'm like, slow down. Like I don't need, you know, I really like Anastasia, and I'm starting to get really excited again for the brand. Like I'm loving the foundation, and I haven't tried out the eyeliner yet, but I did pick it up on the sale. So I'm excited to see, like, I feel like they're finally like piquing interest again, you know, like I love my Jackie Aina palette. So I'm excited for this one. Mostly though, I wasn't gonna get it, and then it was 20% off sale, so that's why I did. But I wouldn't have got it if it wasn't for the 20% off, at least not like immediately. But yeah, I feel like certain palettes, it's like fun when they do the names because you get to kind of like know the creator a little bit more. We're gonna blend this out, don't worry. Okay, I know I look a little pricey. So now we are going to take, we're gonna take that E2 shade. I'm gonna take it on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to start working that in. Okay, too big of a brush, too big, she said. I don't think that one made sense, I'm sorry. I'm like excited, it's Friday, and I'm just like, oh, I'm really excited it's Friday. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna try not to jump from topic to topic like usual and keep on track. What I was saying though is like sometimes I like that they do more in terms of like saying who, you know, like the shade names, that gives you a little bit more insight into why they picked it and little stories and stuff. But this makes it so much easier to just say the numbers. But I do feel like I'm playing Battleship, which excites me even more. My sisters and I, we used to convince my mom when we were little like if one of us was sick, we'd all be like, well, she can't stay home by herself because my mom had to work and my dad, you know? And so we would all stay home because then the third one would always be like, that's not fair. Like, why do I have to go? You know, so anytime we were sick, we'd play Battleship. And it was just like, it's one of my best like memories from growing up for sure. And now I now have like no understanding. Like when Nick is sick, my husband, he will like lay in bed and turn off all the lights and like have nothing happening. And I'm like, this is so boring. Like when he first got sick, I was like, oh, we'll play game stuff. And he's like, I'm not playing games, I'm resting. And I'm like, why? Like that's not fun at all. So this is a good reminder of my childhood and I really like it. So I'm just gonna blend this through for a little bit, but it's blending out perfectly fine. I am a little bit worried. I need to do a few tutorials today and I'm like, I hope this doesn't stain my eyes like horribly, but you know, we'll see. I'm loving this shade though, this orangey shade. Do I want to dip into E4? Yeah, I am going to. I'm going to dip into E4 just a little bit to see what it does. So we're going to put this right in the crease rather than blending it up. All right. I mean, they kind of blend into each other because they're super similar, but super gorgeous. Like, I feel like this is like neon color that I love. Do I wish she maybe would have included... I'm in the neon trend, guys. If you haven't tried by my clothing hauls, like, I'm super into neons right now, so I could always use more. But this is going on perfect. It's super pigmented, but also easy to build and blend. It's not like I'm getting no fallout so far, which, oh, thank God, because can you imagine? You know, it would not be a good thing. All right, I'm liking the way this is turning out. I am going to go ahead and deepen up that outer V with the browns. I thought about doing purples, but I was like, you know, everyone's doing purples. There's a lot of purples in the palette, a lot of purples, and I'm kind of like, oh gosh, but it's okay. I'm gonna take this out pretty far. I want this to be nice and smoky. But anyways, how have you guys been? Work has been freaking crazy, and I'm so happy about it. Like, so happy. I can't even. Like, my boss somehow ended up working with Hillary Duff somehow. And now like our online stuff is just going crazy and I'm so here for it. Like I am always trying to like build a good business. So I'm taking C1, which is white, just to kind of blend that top part in because I feel like I have to take things up to the crease because I don't have those big wide eyes that like everyone else has. So I don't have a lot of room to play with like a million different colors. So I kind of have to go up to my eyebrow because or else there wouldn't be much, you know? It just wouldn't be as exciting. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is nestle in just a little bit of a purpley tone, even though I just said there's a lot of purples, but I just feel like I just want a little bit more gradient between the outer edge. So I'm going to dip in with B1, which is like a pinky purpley type shade. And I'm gonna kind of just, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Kind of meld that in. Okay, I like that. Okay. So for the lid, I thought about keeping this all matte because the mattes are, for once I'm gonna say it, I like the mattes better in this palette than the shimmers. They're still pretty shimmers, but the shimmers aren't anything where I'm like super drawn to, you know what I mean? My eyes don't go to the shimmers right off the bat. So I'm gonna actually go into E1. That is the one that I am probably most excited for. It's like a really pretty, like peachy gold. I'm going to wet my brush. Okay, I went ahead and finished both eyes. I put on Kiss. These are organza lashes. I love these because they just make your eyelashes like look more full, but they're not like lengthy. So I like that. They don't irritate me. I hate getting itchy eyebrows. I don't know if that's a weird thing, but it's a thing, okay? So I didn't want to wipe away any powder because I wanted to show you guys. I mean, with all the colors we used, there was zero fallout, which is impressive. Like it's A+ for that. Like I was very, very surprised. I was like, oh, this could go badly. Like I did my face first. Lord help me. but no, there was no fallout at all. So I'm just gonna dust this away and not try to spend extra time just because I love the way this brush feels, that I'm just like, oh, yes. I always thought it was weird, like those weird videos where like people like the texture of like being brushed and stuff. And now I'm like, I kind of get it. Like I really do. So, okay, stop being a weirdo. Let's go ahead and finish up the eyes. I just did black in my waterline, and I did use the black from the palette on that upper lash just because I wanted to see how, you know, how it worked. And it's black. She black. So it was great. For the lower lash line, I still really want to use more of that E2 shade, so I'm just going to start smoking out with E2. Sunk. We'll see if we need to add some pink to kind of tie in. I didn't want it to be as pink as it turned out, but I'm not mad at it. It's still really pretty, and I love the shimmer shade I used. Oh, there we go. This is a color that I, like if you saw Mel Thompson's video where she just used this color, like I would totally use this color just as a like all over lid type color. A lot of these I would. So that was kind of what I was thinking when I bought the palette. I'm never going to probably use, I don't want to say never, but like maybe I should challenge myself in the next video. But I'm not a blue person, and there's, you know, I mean, there's two blues. So it could be worse. I know there's plenty of people that like blue, especially like deep blues, but especially the shimmer one, I'm like, I'm never gonna reach for that, to be honest. That's just how I am. What color is your guys' least favorite color in a palette? Like, let me know. And are you guys over this whole rainbow palette thing? It used to be that we were like complaining that we wanted more color, and now I feel like more people are like, that's enough. Like, no more rainbow palettes. Like, I saw the new Melt one, and I was just like, ooh, that's gorgeous. But at the same time, I'm like, oh gosh, I have so many colored palettes now. But I've also never tried a Melt Cosmetics eyeshadow, so I'm intrigued. It's piqued interest. I'm gonna kind of blend up here to kind of fix this situation. So I always take it up because my eyeballs are a little bit turned down, so I like to kind of flick the bottom line up. Ooh, I'm loving this though. It's so pretty. All right, I'm just gonna take a blank brush, a clean brush, and just kind of buff underneath it, make sure everything looks okay. And then for that inner corner, here's my only thing, is I wish it came with like a true inner corner highlight, because I don't want to use the shade we packed all over the lid, but there's not really an option other than like pink options as far as like shimmer shades go, or like the really gold. So I think I'm actually just going to use the really gold color just to use it, but I wouldn't usually, I prefer more of like a highlight shade in the palette rather than like that pink duochrome shift type shade, you know? All right, that still looks pretty, so I'm okay with it. All right, it works. It's okay. And then for highlight, I'm pretty sure we can use that peach. I don't have my blush or my bronzer on yet, so I'm gonna do the highlight just to mess around with it because I want to. We're gonna go back into that E1 shade and use that as a highlight because I still think it'd be a really pretty highlight on my skin tone. It's there. It's not amazing. So maybe we'll X-nay on that one. That's okay. All right, let's go ahead and dip into the Natasha Denona. I'm gonna do swatches of them without a lip liner right now, and then I'll come back with a lip liner and everything on. Maybe I'll do my hair in between takes, since, you know, it is what it is, okay? I'll look pretty for the intro and outro. So I got 2 shades of the I Need a Nude collection. I have so many nudes, but I will never not buy a nude, if that makes sense. Like, it's something I never get tired of seeing, never get like, feel like, oh my gosh, I have too many. Like, I'm always looking for more nudes, and I'm always like, I could use a different one. Like, I can't tell you what my favorite nude is. So I got the shades Beatrice, and I got the shade Charlotte. So I usually go for pinky nudes. That's just my personality. I like pinky nudes, but I went ahead and got Charlotte, which is a little bit deeper, not deeper, but like more nude. So does anybody else, now I look at my lipstick and I'm like scared to like recommend anything, but I did wear it yesterday and it was super comfortable on the lips. And we'll kind of talk about her other formula after the swatches when I do the whole wrap up part. But this is Beatrice, very pretty nude, very pinky. Like I said, I like it. I could have maybe gone up another shade, but with a lip liner, it still works for me. So this is Beatrice. All right, and then the next shade is Charlotte. So this one is a little bit different than what I normally get. Now I just blow off the particles that may or may not be there. I don't see any. All right, so it's like a camel, almost like a camel type nude. Does that make sense? Ooh, that's actually pretty. I mean, I look like concealer lips for sure, but I think with a lip liner, I'm gonna do this color just because I haven't worn this one yet. So it is very, like, I feel like it was really hard to choose the shades because sometimes it just looks so photoshopped in swatches and I couldn't really tell. So with bronzer on and everything, I think this is gonna be fine. But yeah, those are the two without lip liners. I'm gonna come back in a second. We're gonna talk about the palette, do some more swatches, my thoughts on whether it was worth it, as well as the lipsticks and what I think if those are worth it, because they're $25 a piece. Take 4, like my stupid audio, it hates me. But anyway, so I'll just sit here talking to myself all day. I am very impressed with how this turned out. Really quickly, I did put Sweet Tea lip liner from Morphe and Spice from MAC as my lip liners with Charlotte, the Charlotte lipstick, and I really like how it turned out. Much better with a lip liner, which I don't look like a dead fish. So let's talk about the palette first, and we'll talk about the lipsticks. So one of the things I really like about this palette is that the mirror isn't floppy. You know, palettes where you like open the mirror and it's just like so limp, you know? I love that this one, you can kind of customize where you want it to go. The plastic, it's very nice hard plastic, so I don't feel like it's gonna fall. Fingers crossed. You do get nice shimmers in here. I should probably re-swatch these. I rub my arm to like show that, like, yes, they are going to stain your eyelids for sure, like the matte shades. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have any reactions to them. So a little bit of staining, it's not the end of the world. It just generally happens with really pigmented shades and pigments in general. So just know that. But you do get some pretty shimmers in here. I probably am not going to use the blue, but that's just me. I'm not a blue person. Maybe I'll challenge myself to do that, but yeah, I'm not really a blue kind of gal. All right. So here we have some shimmer swatches. So you still get some nice neutrals in here if you wanted it to be more of a neutral palette. Overall though, I would buy it for the color. I wouldn't buy it as a neutral. Completely up to you. These blended out so beautifully. I can't remember the last time I've had colorful shades blend the way that these blended. I am very impressed by it. It is $60. I got it on this for the VIP sale. You can always sign up for their email online and get 15% off. So that's another way to go if you were thinking about it. Just to try and save you money. If you want me to do a how to save money on makeup, I was thinking about doing one of those videos because I do always try to save, okay? I also wanted to do a video with my husband this weekend since we have the 3-day weekend, but I don't know what to do with him. So if you guys have ideas or if you would want a video with him, let me know. I think it'd be pretty funny. We'd have to have some drinks for sure because he'd be so uncomfortable on camera, but let me know if you guys want that. If you guys have questions, maybe we can do like how we met. I don't know how we would do with makeup. We are definitely not gonna play the guessing game because I don't get PR. I don't want him to know how much I'm spending on a freaking makeup sponge or whatever it is. Like, no. That would like ruin, he'd be like, you're ending YouTube now. So if you were looking at the Abh Norvina palette, you do get more in this one, which it's more money, so you would hope so. I don't think they're super similar. Like, yes, you have, I'd say the only like similar shade in this palette would be like the purple. I don't regret getting either one though. Like, I think they're completely different. This is more wearable, everyday type shades. That one is more, you know, your colorful looks. So I'd say the purple is pretty similar, but everything else not so much. So I wouldn't compare the two. It's just depending on what you would want. I think people were just kind of like, they were just released back to back. You know, they could have let this go on a little longer. But I really like both palettes. I'm so excited to see what else Norvina comes up with. I can't wait to use this more. I'm overjoyed. I'm very happy with my decision to get it on the sale. So that is it for those. Hopefully I've covered everything. The mirror is huge. Traveling, you're gonna be set. I don't travel. In my head, I think I'm gonna travel all the time though. I'm affording things, you know. Vacation was ruined this year with our AC breaking. So, sad story for another day. Anyways, the Natasha Denona lipsticks. I am very, very happy with these. I like both shades I got. I'm kind of glad I got Charlotte because I always reach for the pinkier nudes. And I actually really like this one. So the only thing that's hard is, you know, when they do the swatches online, you're like, what? So I can't wait for them to actually come into a store. But I will say they're very comfortable. I've worn one all day. It didn't fade half as quickly as the older formula. Like, I wouldn't recommend the older formulas at all. And I do think she upgraded. So this is the packaging of the old one. It has like that clear case at the top, like clear acrylic type thing, which kind of just looked cheap. And they're not cheap lipsticks. I mean, these are 25 bucks, so the formula stayed on a lot better. I would totally recommend these new ones. It's a little bit bigger, and it feels heavier. It feels more luxurious. This one's pretty light. This one has more weight to it. So I would definitely recommend the Nudes collection. I'm very happy with it. Do I have anything else to say? I mean, the only gripe about this is at least the older ones kind of came with a colored sticker on the bottom. This one only has the name. So there's gonna be no way for me to like quickly grab, I mean, at least they're all nudes, so I guess they'll go with anything, right? That's the point. But you're not gonna really be able to tell the shade difference until you open up the cap. So if you're planning on buying a lot, you might be, you know, fumbling a little bit. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. I am here all the time. And I would love to have you guys. So please let me know which products you guys are looking at, if you guys are gonna pick up the Norvina palette, what you think of it, the lipsticks, which shade was your favorite, which ones did you guys order? I always love to know. I like to hang out with you guys in the comment section, so feel free to join the chats. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye. My audios keep saving, I keep trying to put Norvina and it keeps coming up as Nirvana. And now I have Nirvana song stuck in my head. Hey! It's so bad, stop it.